Good morning, everybody. It is Tanya from Keto Like a Lady, and I just wanted to share you my breakfast. And this is my container that I use to put my breakfast in, and it's an old lunch meat container. And I'm having eggs and various sausages, and I'm going to eat them on my way to work. I will prep. Backing out here, make sure none of my neighbors are coming. So I will prep 5 to 6 eggs in my little egglet container. I think may have shown that before. It might be on my other channel, but I have to show that. There's little egglet containers where you crack the eggs, makes shellless hard-boiled eggs. Crack the eggs, you boil them, you pop them out. I really like them. It makes kind of odd, funny shaped, colored hard-boiled eggs, but they're hard-boiled eggs and they're yummy. And I'll take my crock pot because I have a bunch of different settings on it. And besides slow cooker, it has bake, I think it has bake, broil, and brown and saute. So I'll put it on brown and saute at medium, and I'll take 25 sausages and dump them all in. And then I will cook them on a Saturday or a Sunday. Probably this week it'll be a Sunday because I have a wedding on a Friday. It's some distance from my house. I'm not exactly sure how far it is from my house. My husband's it's my husband's cousin who's getting married on Friday. And my husband's aunt says that no one is allowed to drive home after the wedding. So they're getting a bunch of rooms for everybody to stay overnight in, because they are anticipating a whole bunch of partying, drunk people by the end of the night. She doesn't want anybody driving home drunk, getting into accidents, getting hurt. And I'm totally on board with that. If I have some sort of event at my home and alcohol is being served, I personally have taken keys away from people and made them sleep on my couch. I'd rather you be mad at me tonight than be in some terrible accident. So Friday through Saturday, I probably won't be home because she refuses to let anybody drive home. So that's fine. Having a cup of coffee. For lunch today, I've packed cucumbers and broccoli, and I packed both because sometimes I want cucumbers, sometimes I want broccoli. If I have them both, I like to give myself choices. So then I have a choice, or maybe I want both. Maybe I'll have a couple of cucumbers and then a couple of pieces of broccoli, and it's just raw broccoli. I do dip them in a ranch dressing. That doesn't have very many. I think the ranch dressing that I use has maybe 3 carbs in it. I'll have to double check on that one. And traffic. Dinner last night was pork chops, and since I am the only keto person in my house, I made breaded pork chops for my husband and my sons, and then I took about 4 pork chops out, and the seasonings that I used for the breading, which was just Italian seasonings like you would use in like spaghetti. I just kind of doused it with I doused it with Italian seasonings and some crushed red pepper. I didn't use any egg or anything like that. I just like coated it. I guess it would be a dry rub. I think that's what they call it. So I just doused it with those seasonings. I threw it in the oil to cook it before I made the breaded pork chops for the rest of the family. And then we just heated up some Brussels sprouts. So, I mean, what I eat daily, a lot of times it's, and for lunch today, I have beef chunks where I buy the stewed beef cubes and I put them in my Instapot, which is one of my favorite things to use, especially for keto. So I put them, I don't know what this person is doing. I know we're approaching a school zone. We are not yet in the school zone. The light is up ahead. Why are we driving so slowly? And now we've stopped. Alrighty. So I take the beef chunks, I put them in my Instapot. I douse my beef cubes with steak seasonings. And the steak seasonings that I buy is from Aldi's, and I happen to like that steak seasoning the best because it's pretty spicy, and I like spice. And then, this might sound weird, but I take butter and I cut up butter chunks and throw it on top, and then start up the Instapot for like 30 minutes. And then I have lunch for days. So, and I think I made a mistake. I need to stop buying stuff that I like for the rest of my non-keto family. I decided to get cinnamon bread. Not cinnamon raisin bread, it's just cinnamon bread. Like cinnamon marbled bread. And I slapped some butter on it and I ate it. Like a slice or two. So, and I'm watching traffic as I'm sitting at a red light. I'm watching these insane people trying to turn into school zone, slow down. Now my light is green, and this big old car is right in the intersection. All right. So maybe one day I'll hit the Powerball and I'll become independently wealthy, and then I won't have to drive to work and get aggravated by people who drive like lunatics trying to beat the light, and then they end up blocking traffic. That's wonderful. So besides my little, and I was trying to be really good this week because like I said, I do have that wedding coming up on Friday, and I know that I'm gonna have the wine, the champagne, the cake. I'm probably gonna eat some goodies that I'm not supposed to eat. I'm gonna try not to do that too much because it does mess with me. I have found that if I go off the rails and eat the cookies and the cake and the wine and the beer and the this and the that the next day, even if I don't have any adult beverages, I feel like I'm hungover. It's like a carb hangover the next day. I feel feel so terrible. And that's kind of a kick in the butt saying, you need to not do that anymore. So, I'm going to have to figure something out because I know I'm going to want the cake. You know, they have the wedding cake that everybody gets. I think they're going to have the wedding cake. I don't know, because it's a new day, and these are young people, and these young people do different things. They don't do things the way we used to do them back in the day. So I don't know. I'll have to see. I mean, the wedding's on Friday, not a Saturday. And the majority of the weddings that I've been to in my life have been on a Saturday, not on a Friday. But I understand because Friday, I don't know why you're beeping at me because there's cars in front of me and I can't go any faster. Because if you get married on a Friday, it's cheaper. And I'm all for saving a buck. So, I mean, you want to go, you get married on a Friday, that's fine. But also be cognizant of the fact that people have to work and people are going to be taking off a day from work. You know, and I just started a job, so I have no vacation time, so that means Friday I won't be getting paid, but that's not their fault. That I'm the one who decided to switch jobs after working at a job for 2 months. And I don't think I told anybody that story. I was working at a job where, and I liked my job. I really liked my job. I liked the people there. I liked what I was doing. I mean, it had its downsides. It had its, you know, like everything else. Construction, you go to jackhammers. It has its downsides like everything else where, you know, there's things you don't like to do. But in general, I did like my job. The problem was my job was an hour away from my house. And when I first got the job, it was only 15 minutes away from the house. The big corporate office decided that they were going to shut down the site that I was working at and move us all an hour away. So I said, you know what? I'll go and I will see how everything works out. Just because I go doesn't mean I have to stay there forever. You know, things change, life changes. Which is the reason why I'm doing the keto diet, is that I had a diagnosis of prediabetes and I said, okay, I need to make a change. I need to do something so I don't have to go on insulin and I don't have neuropathy and I don't have the risk of going blind and going to an early grave. So, you know, things change. And so it was an hour drive to work. I had to be there at 7:30. I got up at 4:30 so that I could leave at 5:30, which would make me get there at 6:30. I would start work at 7 o'clock. I like to get there early. I like to leave early just in case, you don't know, traffic, accidents, things happen. So I would wake up at 4:30, get ready for work, have an hour drive to work, get done at 3:30, and because it's the end of the day and everybody's now on the road, I wouldn't get home until 5 o'clock. And in the beginning, it was like, okay, this stinks, but I can live with that. But after 4 years, it just started to get to me, and I was like, I can't. All I'm doing is getting up in the morning, going to work, coming home, making dinner, cleaning up, and going to bed. And then next day, rinse and repeat. So, And there was things that I wanted to do. I also have a reselling channel, and I wanted to resell. I wanted to really work on my YouTube channels, and it was just exhausting. Getting up at 4:30 in the morning, and if you get up at 4:30 in the morning, you can't be up too late. Otherwise, you're just, it's so hard to get back up in the morning. So I decided to switch jobs. And in August, I became a medical assistant. And, which is not what I'm doing now. But I went back to becoming being a medical assistant. I was a medical assistant about 5-6 years ago. I had done it for 11 years. I went back to the doctor's office thinking that I could just get back into it, and it was bad. It wasn't a good fit. It just didn't work out. I just can't even go into explaining how difficult it was. So I was like, okay, this isn't working out, and I can't stay here. I can't do this. So I found another job. I told them at the doctor's office, I really appreciate the fact that you hired me and you gave me an opportunity to work here, but this isn't working out. This isn't a good fit, and I think that I should leave. And they were fine with that. They were very nice about it. I think because I was very nice about it. And now I work doing what I did before, working in manufacturing for an insulation company. And it's only been a week, so far so good. So Friday I have a wedding. I told them up front I have a wedding on the 18th. I have to take that day off. So that's gonna mix up, or maybe I can do my meal prep on either tomorrow, because I also have a meeting with my son's school, so I'm only going to be here for a half a day. So I can go home and do my meal prep. It's only Tuesday. And also, tomorrow night, I will get to be on someone else's channel. I will be live. This first time I've been live ever. Never been live before. I'm so excited. And the first time I'll be on somebody else's channel. Never been on somebody else's channel. Never been live. And I can't wait. And I'm going to be talking about keto. I'll probably mention my other channel about reselling, but I will be primarily talking about keto and the keto diet and why I started keto. And yeah, so I'm on my way to work now, and I haven't touched my breakfast yet, so I need to eat that before I walk in, because then I won't be able to eat until 9 o'clock. So I hope everybody enjoys the rest of their day. That's a little story about me. I didn't think I was going to go into the whole job situation, but it is what it is. And it also explains why I haven't really been on here for a while. Because, like I said, I took this job because I thought it would give me more time and that I would be able to do more things. And it did turn out not to be the case. So anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. Enjoy your Tuesday. And maybe I'll start doing what I eat in a day, keto blogs. I do want to do meal prep videos. I want to do some I want to do a my favorite things video of my favorite things to use on the keto diet, some of the things that help me meal prep. Um, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good Tuesday.